I'm Joy. I've been in practice now as a hypnotherapist and NLP practitioner for, well, I'm in my 22nd year now. And yesterday I was talking to somebody about how people see themselves, not just generally on the outside or looking in a mirror, but on the inside. What is called is residual self-image, RSI. And this lady I was talking to is a personal trainer, and she said that, many people, and particularly women, come and talk to her about how they see themselves or the problems that they've got in life. And it reminded me of the times that I've spoken to people about when they've lost weight or when they've had some surgery on their face or Botox or whatever, that they still don't feel either worthy or good enough or whatever term that you would like to say. And that's because of this residual self-image inside. It's the way that we're perceiving ourselves. So even if the world and another person cues up and says, look, you look absolutely fantastic, you're gorgeous, it makes no difference to how they feel. Hopefully they're going to take that compliment nicely, even if they don't believe it, and say thank you very much, rather than brush it off or say, oh no, that's not true. But they don't feel that it's true inside themselves. They are their worst enemy, being critical to themselves. So there's very rarely ever a time that they feel good enough. We only have to take some celebrities, like somebody like Katie Price, who is on her 17th boob job, and goodness knows how many other tweaks and facial surgery that she has. It could well be that, a couple of days after or a few weeks after, when all the bruising's gone down, that she does feel good about herself, but it's very short-lived, because that residual self-image inside is still saying, you're not good enough, you could be better if you had this done or if you had that done. And it is a mental health problem. It's not much different to somebody who is anorexic, who loses lots and lots of weight, but still looks in the mirror and still thinks that they could lose another few pounds. I remember in my first year in practice, I was absolutely shocked, and that's the word, to see a young girl who was about 17 years old, and she was 5 stone 4, and she had to wear a heavy coat even in the summertime because she felt the cold so much. And she still said to me, I could do with losing another half a stone and I'd feel better then. Well, of course, anything below 5 stone and she wouldn't last much longer. But that residual self-image inside still said to her, you're still not good enough, you're still overweight, you need to lose more weight. So the idea is to change that whole belief about this self-image inside. And of course, hypnotherapy and NLP, we believe, of course, and we practice about changing beliefs and changing values about yourself. That's the whole purpose of it, to say you've been thinking one way and let's help you to change and think another way, something that's better for you. Of course, there's some people that are too afraid to change beliefs because they've lived with it for so long and they're afraid of what might happen. A very minor thing, I just was reminded yesterday or the day before about contact lens. And for many, many years, I went to an online contact provider and never really questioned whether there was anybody cheaper out there. I was happy with the lenses. Sometimes I had a few problems with them, but I thought that was my fault. And the funny thing about it, and here's a little thing about beliefs, they always used to send in the box a very small bag of Haribo sweets. Now, I never buy Haribo sweets, but there was about 8 in this little bag, and I would share them with my husband, and we'd always look forward to having these Haribos, until one day they just didn't appear anymore, and there was no mention of them, nothing was said at all. And it is such a tiny thing, but I emailed them and said, what's gone wrong? Where's the Haribos? I've been so used to it, so strong in the belief that when I order the lens, then I have the Haribos. And they said, oh, we've stopped doing that now. We might do some mints or something else in the future. And from that moment on, I thought, you know what, I'm going to look for another provider because I'm so cross that suddenly I can't have my Haribos. So I looked for another provider. Not only did I find a provider who was cheaper than the original ones, but the lens was so much better. I never had any problems getting them out. Sometimes I'd had problems late at night and I used to almost panic that I couldn't get one out. I've never had any problem with these. So it just shows you my belief literally changed, and even less than overnight. So the fact is that when you experience hypnosis and NLP, that helps you to change the way that you're thinking and feeling and behaving. If it suits you better, if it's all for your benefit, then soon you'll go towards that RSI, that residual self-image, and it will change. Then you'll be able to like yourself not only on the outside but also on the inside, and hopefully accept really nice compliments that come your way.